At least, dude, we were picking all the same answers.
Fight.
I knew Goku and you didn't trust me. I knew Fortnite you didn't trust me.
Welcome back to Who Else's Turn. We are playing a brand new game today called Trust Issues. Now, to bring in our contestants, we have the boys, Kenny and Andrew. What's their name?
Backstabbers.
And now, the Backstabbers, Natalie and Dani. Let's go over how this game works. Each team starts with 5 points. The goal of the game is to trust your teammate the most. I will ask them a series of questions, and the person answering the question will decide whether or not to trust their teammate to answer the same way as them. If they trust them and answer the same, they get a point. If they don't trust them and they answer different, they get a point. If you trust them and they get it wrong, they lose a point. And if you don't trust them and they get it right, you lose a point. Simple enough, right? Let's get into the game. Andrew, this question's for you. You will decide whether or not you can trust Kenny to answer the same way as you. Which anime character would they throw into a volcano just to see what happens? A. Eren Yeager. B. Goku. C. Luffy. D. Gojo. Alright, what are your answers? Andrew, what's your answer?
My answer is B.
Kenny, what is your answer?
I also said B.
Andrew, did you trust Kenny to get the same answer?
I did not trust Kenny.
That's crazy.
You will lose a point for not trusting your
Kenny,
teammate.
I didn't know any of this.
Stop looking at him! That's the whole point of the screen.
That's why I picked Goku.
Okay, Goku's B.
Yeah.
I also put Goku because I think it's the only one Andrew might know how to
Exactly.
Welcome to the stage, you guys.
Thank you.
This is intimidating.
Dani, you will be answering the first question. You will decide whether to trust or not trust Natalie.
Okay.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
Which historical figure would you choose to fight in a boxing match without gloves? Napoleon, Julius Caesar, George Washington, or Albert Einstein? Dani, what is your answer?
I said D.
All right. Natalie, what is your answer?
I said C.
Dani, did you decide to trust or not trust your teammate?
I had to trust her.
You will be losing a point. Kenny, you will be the one answering this question. You will decide whether or not to trust Andrew or not. Which animal would you most likely try to keep as a pet? A capybara, red panda, a sloth, or a Komodo dragon? Let's see those answers. Kenny, what was your answer?
I said D, the Komodo dragon.
All right. Andrew, what's your answer?
I said D.
Kenny, did you decide to trust or not trust Andrew?
I didn't trust Andrew.
You will be losing a point.
Just over here, giggling.
Natalie, this is for you.
This is
You have to decide whether to trust or not trust Dani. If you had to get stuck in a zoo enclosure for 24 hours, which would you pick? The giraffes, the otters, the penguins, or the monkeys? Natalie, what is your answer?
C.
Dani, what is your answer?
C!
Natalie, did you decide to trust?
Of course I did.
Yes!
You guys will get a point. Which game franchise would they delete to stop the toxic fan base? Call of Duty, League of Legends, Fortnite, or Smash Bros? Alright, let's see your answers. Andrew, what did you answer?
C.
Kenny, what is your answer?
C.
Andrew, did you decide to trust your teammate?
I did not trust my teammate.
You will lose a singular point. Next question. What's the most embarrassing way you'd probably die in a video game? Falling off a cliff, running into their own grenade, typing in chat and getting sniped, or petting the wrong animal? All right, Dani, what is your answer?
I said A.
Okay. Natalie, what is your answer?
I said D.
Dani, did you decide to trust or not trust your teammate?
No trust on this one.
You guys get a point. Now, this next round is this or that. It's a little bit easier than the first round, but you have to get into the other guy's mind. All right? You will be given a choice between two options, and you have to choose which one you would like best. All right? Or which one you would choose. Kenny, since Andrew answered the last one, you will answer this one. What power would Kenny rather have? Teleportation or telekinesis? You can answer A or B. Kenny, please tell me your answer.
I said A.
Andrew, please tell me your answer.
I said B.
Kenny, did you decide to trust or not?
I trusted Andrew.
That's a shame. You will be losing a point. Wow. Now, this is a this or that. You choose one or the other. Okay? Natalie, you are answering this one and have to decide whether to trust or not trust Dani. Would you rather try to survive a zombie apocalypse with no weapons or get dropped into ancient Rome with no idea how to speak Latin? All right, Natalie, what is your answer?
A.
Dani, what is your answer?
B.
Natalie, did you trust your teammate?
I did not.
You guys get a point.
I knew she'd think I was crazy for that one.
Andrew, you are going to be answering this question now. Kenny, you are answering as Andrew would. Andrew, you are saying trust or don't trust. Which is more dangerous, a moose with a grudge or a goose with Wi-Fi access? All right. Andrew, let's hear your answer.
Said A. A moose with a grudge.
Kenny, what is your answer?
I also said A.
Andrew, did you decide to trust your teammate?
I did.
There you go. You guys get a point. Would you rather be friends with a gorilla or share a studio apartment with a well-behaved velociraptor? All right, Dani, please tell us your answer.
A.
Natalie, please tell us your answer.
A.
Dani, did you decide to trust your teammate?
I did.
You guys get a point.
There's only one correct answer for that.
Very, very, very easy question. If you...
Hold up. You're probably wondering, why wasn't the final question explained? Well, I kind of forgot. I explained it to the contestants, but never to the camera, so here's a quick rundown. Player A answers the final question, then chooses whether to trust their partner, just like in round 1. Player B must guess whether player A chose to trust them, then wagers up to 5 points. If player B correctly guesses that trust decision, they win the wagered points. If not, they lose them. Finally, teams lose 1 point if their answers to the question don't match. I'll keep letting myself talk now. See ya.
Very, very, very easy question. If you had to survive 24 hours alone in one of these locations with no gear, which would you pick? A. Jurassic Jungle. B. A Chili's but you have to poop. C. A medieval castle in a kingdom where you are on the run. D. Antarctica. E. The middle of the ocean on a floaty. F. Florida during peak gator season. G. An anime convention with no deodorant. Last one. Or H. A zoo with the locks and doors mysteriously opened. All right, Natalie. What is your answer?
B.
Dani, what is your answer?
H.
Please flip around your board.
Sorry. H.
Dani, how many points did you wager?
3.
And you decided that you were either trusted or not trusted, right?
Yeah, I
Which
thought I
one?
was trusted.
You thought you were trusted.
Yeah.
Natalie, did you trust or not trust?
I trusted her.
But your answers are wrong. So, you get -1 point from your wager. So you can earn 2 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll take it.
Kenny, if you had to survive 24 hours alone in one of these locations with no gear, which would you choose? A Jurassic jungle, a Chili's but you have to poop, a medieval castle in a kingdom where you are on the run, Antarctica, the middle of the ocean on a floaty, Florida during peak gator season, an anime convention with no deodorant, or H, a zoo with the locks and doors mysteriously open. All right. Kenny, please tell everyone your answer.
I said A. Jurassic Jungle.
Andrew, tell everyone your answer,
I said C.
which was the medieval castle
Yes.
where you are on the run.
Yes.
Now, Andrew, do you think Kenny trusted you or not?
I think Kenny trusted me.
Kenny, did you trust Andrew?
I did.
Sadly, you did lose 1 point for not getting the same answer, but you get 4 points to your total score because you trusted each other in the end, bringing
About
your
time.
total score to 6. I will now congratulate the Backstabbers on their win with 10 points. They earn the trophy. Sadly, you two losers will have to spin the wheel of soda
Spin the wheel.
or do the dice of spice.
Ooh.
I recommend doing the dice of spice, personally.
I'm in for the dice.
Dice,
Then you have to
Spice,
spend the night
spice,
at Chili's.
spice, spice, spice,
We're doing the
spice.
dice of spice.
Are you guys ready to see what you rolled?
I can't see.
Is it 2 rolls or just 1 they share?
Just one.
18!
Ooh.
Dun dun dun.
You guys rolled Death Nut 2.
Oh.
Oh.
It's not Little Nitro.
Which one is it?
Death Nut 2. Was a good answer.
Sadly, you guys have trust issues. Enjoy your punishment.
Wah, wah.
Kenny went
Oh
all
my
of them.
god.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I've had a great time. Congratulations to our winners with 10 whole points. Thanks for commenting, liking, and subscribing. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
All right, Kenny. We gotta start trusting each other, man.
All right. Let's see your answers. Andrew, what did you answer?
C.
Kenny, what is your answer?
C.
Andrew, did you decide to trust your teammate?
I did not trust my
What happened to the trusted us?
I didn't think you'd pick that.